So in this tutorial, we will discuss how to submit a research paper in a journal. So basically for a submission process, you have to follow instructions given by a journal. First of all, you need to select some well-reported journal which may be of W, X or Y category, or you can say Q1, Q2 or Q3 category. I have already uploaded a video on this journal selection. If you have not checked, I will provide a link in description. You can check from that. Okay, so after journal selection, you need to follow instructions given by the journal. For example, if you are submitting your research paper to any journal of Elsevier, so you need to follow the author guideline for before paper submission, and you have to prepare your research paper according to these guidelines. So let's start that what are the requirements for a submission process, how to register for paper submission, and how to upload files, and at the end how to get a PDF proof, and then how we can know that we have submitted the paper to a journal. So first start with the answer guideline. So for this I have selected Journal of Dispersion Science and Technology, and we will submit a research paper to it in this video, and then we will discuss each and every step of this journal one by one. So let's start. So first of all, you need to go to Google and type a name of any journal that you want to submit it. For example, if I want to submit it Journal of Dispersion Science and Technology, I will type here, and then I will click on the first link, Journal of Dispersion Science and Technology. When you click on this a page will appear to you, and here you can see it's journal home page. And first of all, you need to check aims and scope of any journal for which you are submitting your research paper. For example, if your paper does not meet the criteria or aims and scope of the journal, then they will reject your paper in first turn. Okay, so first of all, let me tell you about the process of paper processing. Whenever you submit your research paper to a journal, it first goes to you can say journal administrator. That journal administrator first check that either your paper fall within the aims and scopes of the journal or not. If it is out of scope, then it will automatically reject your paper and suggest some few journals to you and ask you or request you to submit in other journals. Okay, so here you can check aims and scopes scope of each journal. So, after going to journal administrator, if your paper fits to basic aims and scope of the journal, it will pass to editorial team. Okay, so editor, you can say that editor, it may be either handling editor or editor of the journal. It will he or she thoroughly check your paper to meet in order to check that either your paper is worth to go to peer review or not. If according to him or her, if your paper is of low quality, or if it does not have any novelty, or if it does not meet the basic criteria of the journal, then it editor has the authority to reject your paper. Okay, so first of all, your paper goes to journal administrator and then go to editorial board or editorial team. After that, it goes to second editor. In some cases, second editor is optional. In some cases, after finalizing from first editor, it goes to peer review. But in some journals like Elsevier and ACS or any nature journals, it automatically goes to second editor, and then second editor that is specialized in your field. For example, the first editor thoroughly check the quality of paper or novelty, or you can say basic requirement of the paper according to the journal. But the second editor is specialized in your field. For example, if you are submitting in a chemistry field, then he must be specialized in chemistry, and he thoroughly check your paper and ensure that your data is good or not. Okay, so after passing through second editor, it goes to peer review. Peer review means some experts in your field are invited by editor and editor requests them to review your paper. So when the paper goes to peer review or under review, it automatically shown in the menu bar that your paper is under review. Okay, so whenever your paper goes to under review, it will take some days. For example, in some journals it may take a month, while in other journals which have a fast publication time, it may take 1 week or 1.5 week generally. So in case of journal of dispersion science and technology, it usually take 30 days or 25 to 30 days for peer review process. Okay, so if the reviewer or the expert that are reviewing your paper, they are known as reviewers. Okay, so if the reviewers suggest some major or minor changes to your paper, and they ask you to do these changes, and after these changes they will accept your paper, then it's okay. It means there are 80% chances that your paper will be accepted and published. But if any of the reviewer, because they select 2 to 3 reviewers, and it depends on the availability of reviewer. If they are available and free to read your paper or review your paper, then it will take 2 weeks, and then editor will pass your paper to 2 to 3 reviewers. But if the reviewers are not available, then there are possibilities that they may send your paper to only one reviewer or at least 2 reviewer. So it depends upon reviewers, that either they suggest some changes, or they say that the paper is of no worth and you have to reject your paper. Okay, so it's upon reviewers that either they suggest changes or they reject your paper. So you actually don't know that who the reviewers are, because they are anonymous to you. And in some journals, your name is also your co-author detail is also anonymous to reviewer. Both parties don't know who they are. Okay, you don't know about the reviewers, and also reviewers don't know about who the authors are. Okay, so after passing through uh, review process, the paper goes to editor, and editor check that either the comments that reviewers have listed are okay with paper or not. If the editor find it suitable, then he send the revision, which may be minor or major. Minor mean there may be some changes, minor changes, or major mean they ask you to add some major data, or thoroughly revise your paper, thoroughly check your excel sheet, etc. So it depends that how your paper quality is. Okay, so after review process, the editor send you a mail to a corresponding author that you have to revise your paper thoroughly and resubmit it. And some journals give some time of 1 month, or maybe 1 week or 2 week to resubmit your paper. Then you have to resubmit your paper within the given time. And when you return your paper to editor, the editor will again send your paper to reviews. It's upon editor that either he send your revision to the same reviewer that have reviewed your paper before, or it's editor choice that he may select some other reviewers to review your revision. Okay, so it's totally dependent on editor. Okay, so again, the reviewers that are selected for the next time are anonymous to you, and you are also anonymous to the reviewers. Okay, so once your revision is finalized, for example, if second reviewers see some again minor changes, then they again asked editor to add these data by authors, and editor will send it again to you. This is known as second revision or R2. Okay, so it depends that how your paper quality is about. Like if you have already added answer to all the comments for the first time, then there are possibility that for example, you can say there are 96% chances of your paper acceptance, but the 4% chances are still there that either they send you again for minor revision or not. Okay, so once your paper is finalized from reviewers, it's editor responsibility to cross check your paper again, and then if he found it suitable, he will send you a notification via email that your paper has been accepted for publication in Journal of Dispersion Science and Technology, whatever the journal is. Okay, so once your paper is finalized, then you will receive a notification that your paper has been accepted. For example, like this one, you will receive an email that I have now considered your paper and recommended publication in this journal, and subject to an originality check using cross-reference similarity check software. Okay, so when your paper got accepted by reviewers and editor, they will notify you via email that your paper has been accepted, and after acceptance they will check plagiarism again. When you submit for the first time to the journal administrator also check your plagiarism of your research paper or review paper for the first time, and after that, when your paper has been accepted, editor again check your plagiarism with the help of Turnitin software or any software they have, and when they find it suitable, then they notify you with the email that your paper has been accepted, and now your paper has been moved to production team for further processing. After that, you will receive an email notification that they are asking that congratulations, we are pleased to share that your article, this title, has been accepted for publication in this journal, and to move forward you have to click on this start agreement process, that either you want to publish your paper in open access or non-open access. We have already discussed in our previous videos that what open access and non-open access mean. So I will remind you again that in open access publication you have to pay some charges which is known as article processing charges, APC. It may these charges vary according to the journal, like in Elsevier and Nature and ACS type journals which are highly well reported. You have to pay more APC charges. Okay, for open access publication. Open access mean that everyone can see and download your paper freely from Google. Okay, while in non-open access, you don't need to pay any charges, you don't need to pay even a single penny, but this lead to non-open access that students are not able to download it directly from Google. They have to use DOI and paste it in Science Hub to download it, or either they have to access the journal website via membership or through institutional login details. Okay, so in other words, in non-open access mode, students need to pay charges for downloading and using your paper, while in open access it is free to everyone. Students don't need to pay for downloading the paper. Okay, but in open access the authors need to pay the charges. So in this way you have to select either you want to publish your paper open access or non-open access. So basically in open access papers, it is beneficial for authors as long as it is easily available for everyone. Everyone can download it and use it and cite it in their research paper or thesis. So in this way number of citations of that paper increases, while in case of non-open access, since only its abstract is opened and paper is not downloadable in its full PDF form, so students who have access through their institution or who have purchased a membership of that journal, they are responsible, or they are you can say they can be able to download your paper, while in case of newly published paper, Science Hub has not included newly published paper. When your paper published, the time of your publication has reached to 1 year. So after 1 year, students will be able to download your paper through Science Hub. Before 1 year, they are not be able to download it. So basically, you have to choose either you want to publish it open access or non open access, and it is the second last step of your publication. After that, when you select this agreement, you will be notified via email that you have to submit a PDF proof for before final submission. And we will discuss about PDF proof, that what is PDF proof and how to submit it in a journal before final publication. Okay, so after that, production team of that journal thoroughly check your paper and make it totally aligned according to the requirements of the journal and publish it, and you will be notified with email that your paper has been published with this DOI, and they also send you a PDF file of your research paper that has been published on Google. But you can share your PDF file with your students or colleagues, but others are not be able to download it. They are only able to see abstract, keywords and title as and figures and tables of your paper. Okay, so if you select non open access mode, but if you have selected open access mode, then everyone is able to download and cite in their research paper or thesis. So that's all about the process, that how submission process, or how your research paper passes through different stages and then goes to final submission. So now we will move towards the main focus, that how to submit it. Okay, so before submission you have to check aims and scope of the journal that you have selected for final submission. So here aims and scopes of the journal are given here, that this journal deals mainly with these kind of papers. For example, if your paper is on wastewater treatment and you want to submit it in their journal, then you have to check either this journal published a paper on adsorption, photocatalysis or water treatment or not. For example, here you can see it is written as adsorption and desorption. It means your wastewater treatment paper fits directly into the aims and scope of this journal. And if your paper is on surfactant and polymer type topic, then you can check also that surfactant and polymer association is also a topic of their aim and scope. So it means your paper directly fit into the aims and scope of the that journal. And now you are 100% sure that your paper fits well into the aims and scope. But if in case you find that your research paper does not fit to the aims of that journal, you may select another journal as well. Okay, so first of all you need to check aims and scope of any journal that you have selected for your paper publication. After aims and scope, you just need to go here, submit an article. Here you can see instruction for authors. So you need to go to instructions for author, and you have to prepare your paper according to these guidelines. Okay, so they have mentioned here about contents, that what your paper should include and what should be the sequence of your paper. So they also give here open access and non open access detail, that you have to pay APC charges for it. Okay, so preparing your paper. So here you can see that they have mentioned that what should be the structure of your paper. They are mentioning that first of all your paper should include title page, then abstract, then keywords, then introduction, materials and method, result and discussion, acknowledgement, declaration of interest statement, references, and then appendix if possible or if it is necessary, then tables and figures, figure caption as well. Okay, so you need to prepare your research paper according to this sequence. You don't you if you add your abstract or discussion part before the material methodology, it will not come under the sequence of this journal. Before submission to any kind of journal, you need to prepare your research paper according to author guideline of that journal. Okay, so moving to next, word limit. They are saying that there is no word limit for your paper. It is not mandatory that you have to submit a research paper of 1,000 words or 2,000 words or 10,000 words. So there is no word limit of this. Style guideline, they are also mentioning it, the formatting and templates, that you have to use what kind of references and author checklist. For example, they are saying that for author details you have to provide complete author details, as well as abstract of 250 words. Okay, so graphical abstract is mandatory for it. We have already discussed about graphical abstract, that what is graphical abstract and how to make a good graphical abstract. If you have not checked that video, I will provide a link of this video in the description. You have to prepare your graphical abstract according to this aspect ratio, and this pixel size. And if you want to share some video abstract, you can also share with them. As well as these details should be provided. We have already discussed about data availability statement, or conflict of interest statement, as well as figures and tables in our previous videos. Here is an important point, that the third party material, if you are using an image from another paper, if you are using copying their image in your paper, that you need to publish it, then you have to take a permission for that figure from that journal from which you are taking. So for this we have already discussed about copyright clearance center, that how to take permission of published data for reusing. Okay, so if you have not checked that video, I will provide a link of this video in the description. You can easily check from that. Okay, so before submission to a journal, if you are using any kind of FTI or SAM or any kind of figure from another paper that is already published, that then you need to take permission from that journal, as well as you have to properly cite that figure properly, that you have to mention the proper reference in the caption of the figure, so that if you make it make it as these pics belong to you, then maybe editor may reject your paper, that you have not given reference to that figure, as well as you have not taken permission. Okay, so this is all about that author guideline. Here is publication charges. You can see that for this journal, if you select the option that you want to publish your figures in color form, then they may charge this one $400 US dollars, like, or for more than 4 figures and 5 figures above, they will charge 75 US dollar. So it varies according to the journal. Their APC charges varies. Okay, so this is all about author guideline. You can thoroughly check these guideline in detail later. Then after checking these author guideline, you need to prepare your paper according to this format. And then once your paper is finalized, you have to think over again that you have added all author details, their affiliation, their email, their contact number is optional. You have mentioned all the important headings and subheadings in your paper. You also need to check the plagiarism before final submission, and try that your total plagiarism of the paper should be less than 10%, or you can say normally it is less than 20%, but it depends, like during revision you also need to add some data in that file. So try to reduce your plagiarism uh, with less than 15%. Okay, so once all the things are done, you need to go to this submit an article here, and go to this go to submission site. And once you click on this, a site will open where you can log in or register yourself. So as I have already logged in or registered to the site, so this will automatically go to the page of submission site. And if you are a new user to this journal or any journal, then you need to first create your ID. For example, if I log out it from here, I will log in again to show you that how to register for the first time. For example, when you click on this go to submission site, this site may open to you. And if you are a new user, you want to create your ID, then you just need to go to create a Taylor and Francis account. So after that, you need to click on this create a Taylor and Francis account. When you click on it, you can see this site will open. Here you need to write your name here, that were about your first name, second, last name or surname. Then you need to write your email and country, and you have to select some password for this site. And then you need to tick these points that you want to receive marketing information. I agree to terms and condition, and then click on this I am a human, and then create account. So once you create account, then you it automatically lead you to the login details, and then you need to log in again for submission site. When you create your Taylor and Francis account, this site will open to you, and you need to log in again. Here you can put your email and password that you have selected for that you have opted for creating account. So here I have put my login details, and then click on login. This will lead you to a site to submit your paper. Okay, so once you have login, this site will open to you, and here you can see I have received a revision. So okay, whenever you receive a revision, you will be notified here that you received some revision, and you need to submit it again. So we are going to submit a new paper, so you can say that submit new manuscript, click on it, and then this page will open to you. You can see that here they are asking about which journal you want to submit your paper. So submit to, select the appropriate journal from here. For example, if you want to submit in Journal of Dispersion Science and Technology, so start writing here Dispersion Science and Technology. This name will appear here. You can select any other journal you according to your requirement and aims and scope. After that, you need to tick all the options that they are asking, that either you have checked author guideline or not. Yes, we have checked. I have only submitted this article to journal, this journal, and not published elsewhere. They are asking that are you going to submit your paper for the first time, or you are going to submit your published paper to this journal. So if you are going to submit your published paper, it will automatically be rejected by the editor. Okay, so try to submit your original research paper that is not published yet. So in the next, they are asking, are you named as author or contributor on the article you are submitting? If you are a co-author or the corresponding author of that paper, you click on yes. If you are submitting on the behalf of your friend or any other, and you are not the contributor, not a co-author of this paper, you can click on no. So if you are author, you can click on yes. Okay, so after that, click on this. By submitting, you have to accept all the terms and condition of these journals. Okay, so they are asking about to select any kind of journal type. So if you are submitting your original article, you can select as original article, and then click on start. After clicking on start, this site will open to you, and they are asking about manuscript detail, that you have to provide a manuscript title. For example, whatever the manuscript title of your research paper, you can simply copy paste here, and make sure that your title should not be longer than 50 words. So try to keep your title as some in summarized form as you can. So for abstract, they are asking about you need to provide 250 words of abstract. Okay, so your abstract should not exceed 250 words. So go to your paper file, copy your abstract from this. You can also type abstract here but if you want to copy paste, you can simply copy and paste here. Okay, so it is you can say 149 words, so it is less than the limitation they have marked. Next, they are asking that are you submitting your paper for a special issue? Sometimes the journals publish or highlight some special issue, and you want to submit. And if you want to submit your paper in that issue, you need to select yes. If there is no special issue, you are submitting by your own, then you click on no. For data availability, they are asking that is the data that you have provided is enough for a review process or not. If there is some additional data that you have not provided, where that data will be available, either on a link or a Google Drive or in a video form. If you have some additional data that you have not provided to the journal, then you may click on yes. If according to you have provided all the data in main file and its supplementary file, then you click on no. So is there a data set associated with submission? You can click on no. So copyright, they are asking about either you have read all the terms and condition of your journal or not. So we have already checked all the copyright terms and condition. So we click on we will mark this option. For file upload option, you need to upload your files here, and you need to choose file from here. You can click on this. You can choose your file here. Okay, so whatever the file you want to submit, you can directly click on this file, click on open, and you can easily upload your file here. Okay, so file categories required submission are marked. File size is 120. Maximum size they are asking is 128 MB. Okay, so you can click your here, select a file category, add files. So you need to click on add files and then open. And if your some other files are also associated with your main file, for example supplementary file, you can select an other file as well. But if there is one file, you can simply click on add files and then go to upload. So once you have selected your file, then they will ask us select a category of your file. Then it is showing that either you are submitting manuscript with author details, or manuscript anonymous, or graphical abstract. These three that are marked with star are compulsory for final submission. That is, you need to provide a manuscript having author details, for example first author, co-author, so on, along with their email ID and their affiliation. Affiliation mean university from to which they belong. Then you need to provide a second file, that is manuscript anonymous. Okay, first we select it as manuscript with author detail and then upload file. So you need to select a second file as well, that is manuscript anonymous. So in anonymous file, you don't need to provide any author detail. You just provide title and abstract, graphical abstract, keywords and everything except author detail. So if you have submitting your file for the first time, then you also need to provide some supplementary file as well. Okay, so first of all you need to provide a file with author details, then without author details, that is named as an manuscript anonymous. So I will keep this as manuscript anonymous and will upload it. Okay, so the third main requirement of this journal is to provide a graphical abstract. So we will select graphical abstract from here, and then you need to select a category that you are either submitting graphical abstract or not. There are also some optional files, that author biography, figure, supplementary for review, and supplementary for not review. Supplementary for review means that is the additional file of regarding your research paper, and for not review mean you are writing somewhat to editorial office. So we will select graphical abstract and then click on upload. Graphical abstract should be provided in PNG form, not in Word file or PDF. Okay, so after uploading file, you can see here files have been uploaded here. You just need to go down, then click on this ethic declaration, that you have met all ethical point of view of your research. As you also need to provide information, either your research includes some human participation or not. For example, if you are working on a human specimen or not. If you are not, if you are working only in lab on some dye degradation or this kind of phenomena, then you need to click on no. Consent to publish, that either all the authors have already known about this publication, this submission or not. So if all the authors are well known about this publication or submission process, then you click on yes. Acknowledgement, that either you have acknowledged all the parties, all the authors, all the people who have helped you in your main file or not. If you have not provided acknowledgement section, then you need to provide acknowledgement section in your paper file. So if you have added, just click on just tick mark on acknowledgement. So they are asking, are you using material that has been published before? If you are not reusing, you can click on no. If you are using, you can click on yes, and then they will ask either you have taken permission or not. So for this reason you have to take permission, and if you have taken permission, you can click on I can use material. I have been given written permission. If that paper is open access and journals ask you that you can use any figure without any permission letter, then you can select I can use material without permission. So if you don't have permission, try to take permission, otherwise the editor will reject your paper as well. So click on I have been given written permission. You can check the video that how to get permission to reuse figure and table from published paper from the link provided in the description. Then click on next. After filling this form, you need to provide keywords here, keywords of your research. After providing your keywords, for example, if I write as adsorption dye, so we have selected two keywords, so it's okay. They have not mentioned any limitation. Some journals mentioned that you have to provide 4 keywords, 6 keywords, so they have not mentioned any limitation. We can click on next. So here they are asking about author details, that they are saying that you is the author that is the submitting, that you are the corresponding author or not. If you are not, you can click on not. If you want to add another author, you can simply add, but if you want to complete details, you can click on this. If you have created your ORCID ID, then you can add your ORCID ID here. You can add your email here, first name and the last name, published name, that by which name your paper will be published. You can also select your country from here. Then you need to select a position, that either you are a student or a lecturer or chairperson or whatever the position that you are working in. So department is whatever the department, physics, chemistry. From here you can select your organization or university. After that they are asking, these are optional, you can fill or you may not fill, like street address, city, state, province. These are optional. Okay, after that you need to add some detail about funding, either your research receive some funding or not. If you have not received any funding, you can click on no. Okay, so after that you can click on if you have been funded by some company or some institute, you can click on yes, and then you need to fill the funding detail. After that you once you have added all the detail, you just click on done. As we have not complete author details, it is not showing, so we can select from here. After adding all author details, you can click on the preview. From preview you can easily check either all the details you have mentioned have been added or not. Here you can see manuscript title and abstract has been added. After that files have been uploaded here. Then keywords also has been added, and author is this one. And you can, if you want to edit author, want to remove or want to add a new author, you can click on this. After that you can click on submit, and they will ask you that either are you sure that you want to submit your paper. Then if you are sure that you have completed, you have uploaded all the main file regarding your paper, you can click on submit. And if you want to edit anything, you can edit. After clicking on submit, they will they ask you that are you sure to want to submit your paper. You can click on yes, and once you click on yes, your paper will be submitted to that journal, and you will be notified via email that your submission has been received by this journal, and it is under process, that it has goes to journal administrator. So after that the same chain will start. First of all, it will go to journal administrator, then editor, first editor, then second editor, then to the reviewers, and then come back again to you to revise the paper, then go back to editor again, then go to reviewer, and then once it is finalized, once it is accepted, it will go to production team, and then it will be published online. Okay, so this is the whole process that we have discussed, at how the submission process goes, and how to submit your paper in a journal. So in next video we will discuss that how to submit PDF proof. We have taken a simple example of Journal of Dispersion Science and Technology here. If you want to submit it in another journal, the same process will be applied, that you have to first register and then submit or upload your files and then complete author details and then preview your final submission, and then click on submit. So this is all about how to submit a research paper in a journal, and how your submission goes, from which editor to which editor, and what is the whole process of paper finalizing and paper publication. So I hope this video helps you a lot, and you have learned about submission process. So in next video we will discuss about PDF proofs. Till then, Allah Hafiz.